We use water in all sorts of ways every day. It is the life source for us all, and survival without it would be non-existent. Now imagine for a moment if that everyday need was taken away. There are over 884 million people in the world who do not have access to safe, clean water. That is the same number as taking the entire population of America and multiplying it by 3. People in Ethiopia and around the world are left with no option but to walk miles each day for unsafe water, just to cook a meal, wash their body, or something so basic as getting a drink. For one Illinois State University politics teacher, the reality of water insecurity hits close to home, so he decided to take action.
It started because of my son. When we adopted Isaiah, we took a trip south into southern Ethiopia, and it was about a 4-hour drive. And I saw people walking along the road and talked to our guide and kind of explained that they were walking to get water. And so you saw kids who were 4, 5, and 6 years old carrying jerry jugs for water.
Andrew Matthews decided to use his experience as a way of getting students involved with a water walk that not only raises money towards building wells, but gives students a small taste of what many around the world go through just to survive.
We're walking 3 kilometers to the water source and 3 kilometers back, and we're only carrying a gallon of water, but most Africans that have to get their water are usually carrying about 5 gallons, and it's usually women and girls that are doing it.
When I got back, I saw an opportunity, and I teach about some of this stuff in class about access to clean water, and I figured, why don't we turn it into a project? And it kind of just went from there that, you know, what 300 students in one class can do can change the lives of 500 people in the middle of Africa that they may never meet, but they can have an influence on lives for the next 10 or 20 years that they'll never forget.
Around 200 students turned out for the weekend water walk, some of which have had first-hand accounts of the problem, while others were for the first time finding out the reality of water.
Well, when I was in high school, I went to Jamaica to build homes, and I saw how it was, and they didn't even have it wasn't good water, and I tried it, and I actually got sick from it. And so when I heard this, I was like, yeah, that's true, I definitely experienced this. And so I definitely wanted to get involved because water is a necessity.
I mean, this kind of put in perspective for me. And I guess the other thing that goes with that is that's the average. I mean, we're walking the average. I can't imagine a poor guy that's walking 10 or 15 kilometers a day.
Because every day we just brush our teeth with running water. I even catch myself doing it where I keep the water on as I'm brushing my teeth, or I'm in the shower for 20 minutes sometimes, and people every day, you know, aren't getting the clean water like we do, or they have to walk out here for all this stuff, so we just take this stuff for granted.
200 college students walking on a Saturday morning. It's kind of a big deal.
Matthew's son Isaiah was there to participate in the walk, and his reason to help is for perhaps the most innocent of those affected.
For babies.
For babies? Because there are some babies that don't have clean water, right?
Because they don't have a sink.
They don't have a sink.
Isaiah may be just 4 years old, but his dad is making sure this little man will grow up to make a big difference.
Last thing his birth father said to me when I asked him, what do you want him to learn? What do you want him to be? What do you want him to know that you said? And the last thing he said is, I want him to have a chance to make a difference. I want to have a chance to be somebody.
Reporting for TV10 News.
Okay, thank you everybody for coming.
I'm Erica Thomas.